Welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. Alright, guys, so I'm sorry, I'm kind of tickled pink, I guess. Um, I haven't been covering Elder Scrolls, and yet the haters still remain. So, I don't know what to say. Thank you. It really doesn't bother me. It doesn't get to me. It was funny. We were actually talking about that this morning because I was like, I think my reputation on YouTube has always been set to, being, the ass side of me, which I do well. Don't get me wrong. And I've gotten a lot of hate, but a lot of views regardless. And of course, has it affected my sub count? Probably, but has it affected my view count? No. No, not at all. Not at all. So, someone's like, you only have like this many subs. And I'm like, dude, Google just my YouTube count. And keep in mind, there's websites that have taken my videos and uploaded it. And in culmination, I have amassed slightly over 1 million views. And I'm like, for somebody in my position, I'll take it. I'll take it. So, it's fine. It's fine. Like, sub count doesn't mean I'm already partnered. So I'm already partnered. Regardless of how many subs I get, it's irrelevant at this point. But I really think it's good because the haters keep popping in. They hate. They're going to hate regardless. And like Cat Williams said, you let haters do their job. That's what they're here for. The more hate you get, the more people talk about you. The more people talk about you, the more publicity it is. It's like, hey, man, thank you. Thank you. Keep hitting the dislikes. I don't want like buttons. I want dislikes. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep that bell. Just so you can get notification when I'm on so you can hit dislike. I want to thank every one of you guys. Thank you so much. So much. Thank you. So it's awesome. I'm pretty happy about it. Because I was like, yeah, I just did a video and I got 3 dislikes already. Holy shit. I'm on a roll. Yeah. So it's fine. Does it get to me? Absolutely not. It doesn't get to me. I'm just not one of those people who typically care about what other people think of you. If you spend a lot of your life worrying about what other people think instead of what you want to do, yeah, that can kind of get in the way. I remember my daughter was talking about Lady Gaga, and my wife was talking about that. Like back when she was doing school, she had a very small set of supporters, and everybody else, and even Lady Gaga was talking about this, where nobody thought, and people would pick on her, tease her, and here she goes on, she succeeds, and she wins a Grammy, all these other things that go really well for her, and you're always going to have people, wanting you to fail, but one of the things about failure is never trying. So if you never try, you're doomed to fail, right? You're doomed to fail. But by putting yourself out there and shedding or disregarding the people who hate you, you have nowhere to go but up because you're not looking behind you. You're not trying to keep up. You're not trying. You're running the race. If you take the time to look back, you're never going to win. Because you're slowing down to look back. Keep your eye on the prize. Keep moving forward. And regardless, win or lose, you run as hard and as fast as you can. So you can cross that line. All right? That's all it is. That's the trick. That's all it is, man. So, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Snoop, what's up? Phoenix, be back for the stream. Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm doing good, Snoop. How are you doing? How you doing, brother? I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're doing good. A lot of people are pretty pissed at me, guys, but I don't know why. I mean, I'm having fun. Now, for once, I feel like, I can just let go. And it's like, do I stop being a streamer because of that? No, I just like, You know, I'm covering something. It may not be for everybody, but I'm having fun. I'm having fun. I like, in probably about a week, I'm going to be starting other stuff. All it proves is that those people are toxic with nothing better to do with their life. Feel sad for them because they are empty and need to make other people feel bad to make themselves feel good. They can't make me feel bad, though. That's the problem. It was like in school, like, I wouldn't consider myself, like, popular in school. I was a jock in school, and I did okay on grades. Most of the time I didn't give a shit. Somehow I stumbled on the honor roll my senior year. I don't know. I didn't really ever care. But regardless, everybody knew who I was. And everybody's like, oh, they hate you. People hate you. And I'm like, why? I'm not trying to do anything. I'm trying to do me. I'm good, bro. I have hit 42K, self-buffed on Magplar. Nice, dude. Excellent. Dude, I keep telling people, man, Magplar is looking good. It is. It's gotten better. But it never was a bad class. It always could hit what it needed to hit. But now it's, you know, it's gotten there. It's gotten its buffs and stuff. So, good, man. Good shit, brother. Keep it up. Keep it up. You know, I think I think this year's a really good year for a lot of MMOs. We got a lot of new MMOs coming up. I don't know how well limited platform games are going to do. I don't know. I mean, that's the trick of the trade, right? Because when you enter a market that's saturated and you're limiting the capability of, you know, multi-platform or potential cross-platform, you're almost betting that the hype behind the game itself is going to, you know, propel your success. And I hope, and I really do hope, that a lot of these games that are coming out for the MMO market, regardless of the platform, they do well. I like a lot of variety in the market because me as a player, it allows me to test the games, try the games. I haven't tested for games in a while. Matter of fact, I haven't even tried a whatever. I've been approached by one or two companies. Some I've been established with and whatever. I'm just not in that point in my life. You know, I feel like if I'm going to help anybody, it should be a game that I'm currently working on if they want my assistance whatsoever. Anyways, regardless, I just want to have fun. I just want to provide what I can, help others the best way I possibly can. And if I can't, at least, you know, at least they maybe got an idea from something I did. They might not even go in that direction, but maybe it sparked an idea of theirs. So that's all I'm about. At the end of the day, I try to challenge players to do something unique and different, think outside the box, and keep pushing, right? That's what one second, I gotta let my dog out 1 second. Sorry about that. Anywho, yeah. So, what I'm saying is, like, at the end of the day, if you can help people, shit, I forgot to put that back in there. If you can help people, cool. Okay, cool. Perfect timing. Okay, commence. I love the Machinist. Like, people are still talking about buffing the Machinist. God, I hope so. I already feel powerful enough. I already, like, the rotation's a little bit harder on this class due to the buffs, how the buff system works. But the way I configured the entire rotation set off to the GCD, it works great for me. Like, I actually love the way how intricate the buffs work in correlation with the GCD. But coming off of it, making sure you're not overheating, and making sure you're maximizing the DPS potential prior to the downtime off the Gauss cannon, that's kind of the hardest part with the class. So it's not very forgiving. But at the same time, when you get it down, whoo, nice. Oh shit. Woo! There it is. Blue Mage needs a buff. No, 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 it doesn't. No, it's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie, man. Blue Mage does not need a buff. I need to bring it down so they can incorporate it. I like the idea of the limited class, but I don't necessarily want it to remain limited, you know? Just because of the, you know, the context is good, but the, you know, how it applies to the content, you know, I mean, it's a good filler, you know, content, you know, it is, but that's all it'll be. It'll always be a filler content unless they bring it into play. So the context is good in which how they incorporated blue so far. But I agree with Chris. Brian at Work to Game. I want it to be, you know, along with the like, how do they do the future content? Like, are we going to keep seeing like introductions to limited classes or limited jobs? And are we going to see some form of transition where it no longer becomes a limited job? I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping it's the latter. You know, that it's no longer limited. So I'm hoping, I'm praying for it. I'm praying for it anyways. Okay, we got all of this done. I still got a little bit of time. I should be able to actually get in. I don't know if I'll get this in time. It depends on the queue. I haven't been doing a lot of my 70 stuff because I'm almost capped at the Genesis already, I think, for the week. Yeah. So I'm almost capped already on my weekly Genesis. Could you imagine a Blue Mage and a Pug? They would destroy everything. Right. I mean, but that's the thing. Like, they are hitting so hard. They hit so hard once you start getting the spells. Like, I want to see the combinations. Like, them incorporate the combination system. Like with every other combat job. So, I mean, it's cool. Like, you're learning a spell. But can we make certain spells combo to each other? Right? And I like the AoEs because the AoEs are very interesting how each apply. From what when you're seeing the Blue Mage. Blue Mage starts off very weak. But it becomes such a powerhouse. And I know it's intentional. But like I said, I feel like it needs to be brought down. It needs to be scaled a little bit more efficiently. And I think that's what they're working on. Like how do you adjust the Blue Mage and still make it a unique class? And how do you incorporate effects to make it more, besides just powerhouse DPS, how do you make it more viable towards your end game content? So I think there's going to be, if it'll ever be become not, where it's not a limited class or job, or a limited job, how do you introduce it and how do you adjust it accordingly? That'll be the most interesting part. But it was a good call on Square to do it the way they did it. To say, yes, we are introducing Blue Mage. Because of the way it operates, we're giving it its limitations. So I thought that was brilliant, so people couldn't QQ and whine, and then all of a sudden, while they're developing one of the biggest expansions to the franchise at this moment, or not to the franchise, but to this particular product, the biggest expansion, you don't have time to keep adjusting one class because of this. So you literally have to take a time out to say, okay, we're going to introduce it. It's going to be there, but we have so much on our plates because of this expansion. We're limiting the job's capability, and we're going to address it in the future. So we're going to keep pushing out the content for it, and we're going to keep adjusting the limitation of the limitation cap for the blue. But sooner we'll address those things in the future. I think that was a smart play. It was just really smart on them. Now, how everything's going to, I'm hoping PvP gets some love with Shadowbringer. We're getting a new PvP introduction, but PvP is so I feel it's stale. I would only give the PvP in this game a 4. It's fun. It can be fun, but it's so big. It's so overwhelming. It's so, almost like no incentivized to the average player. I mean, everything's set to the feast. I've said this, and it's everything's set to the competitive feast for pre-mates for competitive play, which is great. It actually plays really good in that state. You can see its strengths, but some of the weaknesses that we see, can be adjusted. It can be, attended to where there's incentive, and hopefully, like, if you're going to just mess around with PvP, it's fine. I wouldn't make the recommendation of trying to become a hardcore PvPer in Final Fantasy, because it just, it'll get you to the point where it's like, why even bother? Why? I already like this tank. All right. Bring him in. God, I love my samurai. I fucking love my samurai. He hits so fucking hard. Ah, bullshit. Hell yeah. Sorry about that. I'm gonna mute this for a second. Shit, the flames spawned right on top of me. That tank needs to move them. Oh shit. That's one thing, like, you really do have to move those, because if not, it's just so bad. Especially for melee. That's why it sucks. Good shit by the healer though. See, all the fireballs spawn towards the middle or towards the tank. Now you have to play it like a void. See where all those are stacked? That's a problem. What a waste of a GC. Alright. Good shit by the healer. When it's a good time to throw out a mana shift, 50 to 20, I always throw it around 50. Yep, that's what I do too. About 50. That way you don't get yourself temmed up. No fucking way. That's why I always go around the wall, but I'm always hugging that wall when I'm tanking this dungeon. Pass, pass. Bullshit. Damn it. I've been getting a ton of pug love for doing that, by the way. So thank you to Hop for pointing that out. Definitely, brother. Definitely. You know, the thing about it is a lot of people just want to disregard the support capability of each class. But when you do that, it works out so much better for everybody, you know, in a whole. Oh, shit. Wrong one. Shit. Of course, I'm going to get the target. We got him. Okay, cool. Could pass on that one. Let him pull. Shouldn't be hitting anything yet until he pulls. No thank you. It's gonna hit. Monkey King. Even though it doesn't say it. Wait till he turns him. Good call, healer. That healer was the shit. Shit. That healer's awesome. What up, man? What up, Saiyan? How you doing, brother? How you doing, Saiyan? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing really good. Let me try these on. And pass for now. Good shit. And I got 5 minutes before reset. Nice. I hope you're doing well. If you guys don't know who Saiyan Gaming is, you better go check him out. Ran with the healer the other day who was trying to convince me to leave our free company and join theirs. All because of mana shift and knowing mechanics. Right. right? You know, good gamers will always be good gamers, and that's the nice thing, man. And you're a good gamer. You already know how to play MMOs. You know, you have that experience. So transitioning from one game to another, you can take that experience with you. And now learning these mechanics and the, you know, the fundamentals behind support spells, I can see why, like, people want to grab you up. And that's what we're trying to do. We're here taking our experience as MMOers and, you know, and trying to, you know, make it relevant and trying to build something on that. You know, whatever becomes whatever. I'm not worried about, like, the fluff. You know, I'm not. That to me is irrelevant to the, you know, the big picture of what we're trying to accomplish, and or trying to enjoy, more or less. It's just like, hey, you know, we just want to have a good time. It's all we want to do. If we can get our end game in, cool. If we can get our fluff, even better. You know, I mean, but I'm not a big fluff chaser. I'm not a person like, oh my God, I've been trying to get this one piece forever and ever and ever. It's like, you know, I mean, I was like that at one time, but I just don't feel like that's relative anymore, right? Like, why do I want to go ahead and get caught up into that? That's just a lot of drama. It's a lot of unnecessary drama. Like we were talking about it that one day. You know, endgame can bring out the worst in players depending on how it's done, but unfortunately, it's all about also the company and how progression is developed. You know, alternative progression, you know. I'm solid. Do you really want the dislike instead of the like? You can want to put it whatever. I'm just saying, you know, it's the haters. The haters keep me, you know, keep me busy. they keep putting me views. So I just wanted to show a little love to the haters is all. I've been dropping likes, but I don't want to upset you by getting a like instead of a dislike. I just, you know, the thing is saying, you know, I'm a content creator. You know, I've always been disliked, even in the ESO community, and I'm no longer playing it. But, you know, the haters still want to show up and still want to give up some hate. And it's like, you know, I don't care. Never did. I was just never a person who was like, oh, what am I going to do? They don't like me. My life is over. Please stop. Oh, what should I do? I won't lie, I love how you, Scott, and me are super new to this game and kicking its ass. Dude, we're kicking its ass. We're coming in with guns drawn, fucking blazing. We're just... that one piece forever. So the burning spell weave Inferno, right? Burning spell weave Inferno, right? You know, the thing about it is I loved everything. What I really liked is when I was playing any game I play, there's a very small, typically a small, but for me this is actually the biggest. Being a content creator, this is about the biggest, you know, time. Like everybody knew me. Like when I went to Xbox and I jumped in first time, I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing? Where are we at? And they're like, oh my God! And it was amazing to me that I was like, okay. I only have 1,800 subs, but the chat's blowing up because I just said, hey, man, where are we at? And I'm like, what the flip, man? So I felt like, you know, I was known. I was a known presence, you know, whether that's good or bad. And then I started getting tells, massive tells. You suck. Oh, you for that. And it's just like... I had to put a lot of ignores on it at that time. But a lot of people showed me love, too. So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank anybody who's whatever. But it's not like... You're always going to get a good and a bad scenario, right? It's just the way it is. You're always going to get a scenario where some people like it and other people hate you. And only thing you can be is like, you know, Shakespeare said, be true to thyself. To yourself, be true. That's the only thing you can be, right? That's it, man. Just be who you are. Don't worry if people like you or don't like you. If people like you for who you are, they'll appreciate that. And we all have bad flaws. There's nobody there's perfect. I mean, some of my friends in life are questionable, but I love them to death because that's who they are. And I accept their flaws. I accept it because I'm flawed. You know, and when you realize that, those are where bonds are built, right? When you can accept people for who they are regardless. I mean, sure, I mean, there's certain people that get on my nerves, but I think in a way I love them because of it. It's weird because it's like, what would my life be like, you know, if I didn't have the appreciation of that? But I'm sure I get on their nerves, you know? So I can't see it from a one-sided perspective to say, oh, everybody's just hunky-dory. Everybody gets along so well. I'm not saying you intentionally build conflicts. But when you have conflicts, you know, that can be, you know, at least managed, you can at least appreciate another's, you know, position. You can appreciate where another person stands. I would love if MMOs would implement like an item exchange system where if I trade 2 weapons of one set, I can pick up a weapon. Oh, like of an upgrade. That's not a bad idea, dude. Like, I mean, it's like, you know, like, does the rarity justify the trade, right? And I think that's a good idea, like, for especially like a PvE content, and then you could take that and also, you know, upgrade it. Like, one thing I like about this game, you can craft gear, and you can do content and get other components or other things that you need and upgrade your crafted gear, you know, by doing the PvE content. So I like that. And they also talked about discipline of, you know, like the other harvesting and trading or crafting having more relevance towards the end game coming up. So, you know, I like a diverse system, and like you just said, that has a different diversity to it. Any game that can implement those type of features, I'm for it. I'm definitely for it. You know, give alternate progressions and all that. Me and my friend get along pretty good, but we also give each other reach arounds on Tuesdays. Oh, it's Tuesday. That's so good. Leveling, okay. Typically, I do like to pick up the leveling for my tank, but I'm also working on... I am currently also working on my Lancer, so I will be playing on my Lancer for that. Because as you can see, it's the only thing I can queue. I can't queue dungeons individually, but we're trying to get them to 50. I'm already a Dragoon. Actually, I'm no longer a Lancer. I am a Dragoon now. So I'm trying to also work up my support DPS classes. Because support DPS classes, even though they don't deal maybe some of the top end damage, they're always desired in your, like, if you're if you say, you know, Dragoon looking for Slayer, blah blah blah, like, people will pick you up. And they might anticipate you dying, but they want those buffs. The DPS wants those buffs, like the Black Mage wants that critical buff, right? And then same thing with Ninja, and same thing with Bard. And what's nice is because since they're individual buffs, and they're not associated in the same context of applying the same, they can stack, or, you know, come off of a GCD and another be applied, so your uptime's even higher, you know, if you coordinate well. But it's an amazing thing that the support DPS gets a lot of love, and it doesn't literally have to sit the bench in a game like this, because what it offers the other DPS classes like Black Mage, Monk, Samurai, Machinist is impeccable. You know, it's completely amazing as hell. So I think my problem as a Machinist is making sure I slip in my support, you know, stuff. And I think I'm going to be macroing that when I'm getting towards 70, making sure, excuse me, I have a mouse over prepared and I can throw my support, you know, especially with Shadowbringers coming in. I feel like sometimes we're just blowing through things so fast at times that I, like, do I even have time to throw the support? And I should be paying attention to that. Those moments that I could be lending my support abilities a little bit better. So just very intricate. Every class has a typically, well, there are a few exceptions that I've seen, but pretty much every class has a support capability to lend something to the party. And how the future is going to be going, because it's speculated that, you know, we're seeing a class adjustment coming up soon, and with the rumor being that TP will be completely removed. Now, if TP is completely removed, what happens to the abilities that lend to the TP system? Is that going to be replaced by an MP system? Is that going to be replaced by a new buff? I can't, you know, speculate, but I'd imagine they're not just going to let the ability sit there with a TP, that if they take TP out, that it's just there. Tactical points. So we have magic points and we have tactical points. TP stands for tactical points, but I don't know if once again, if that's just a rumor, if they're still contemplating removing TP. So if they remove TP, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens to those support abilities that are structured towards it, and other self-class abilities that you know, recuperate TP. So it'll be interesting. I can't wait to see what Square Enix has planned. I think it's mild. I think, like, for example, I'm on my Dragoon here, and I have more TP than MP, but later on I have more MP than TP. So if we could adjust, if TP is gone and the base of the MP is adjusted, and at least we don't see the damage modifier being applied to the MP, I'm cool with that. Like, if it's just being used as the cast effect without the damage modifier to the physical jobs. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that plays out. I'm stoked. I'm more than happy with it. So we should be getting our queue here soon, and I'm through level 31. I'm about to be 32. Probably by the time I'm out of there, I'll be 33. So I'm hoping within another week or two I get this down, and then also I can make the adjustments. I'm also working on that awesome, like you just seen earlier, my machinist. So I'm trying to get him up. My DK is at 65. I'll also be working on my healers, so my scholar and my summoner. My summoner is my DPS, my scholar is 65, so everything's on track. My astrologian I do have to work. He's only 62. My white mage is only 62. I do need to do that class quest too, speaking of, sometime today. My crafting is now getting into the higher 40s. So I should be 50 soon. Crafting will play an important role with the upcoming expansion. But how difficult it will be, or how intricate the life events will play in Shadowbringers is something I'm looking forward to. With, you know, are we going to still see its same effect, or is it going to play a more pivotal position? You know, where people who may not have crafted in the past may want to start crafting, or becoming more associated with crafters, and crafters becoming more, you know, like a needed to facilitate this, you know, need, you know, the demand. So it'll be interesting. Let me go ahead and switch back. I'm also, like I said, I'm going to be working the Bard, and I will be working the Ninja. I will also, starting I think by the end of next week, I'm hoping, I've just been so busy, be giving out what I call configurations. So we don't have traditional build setups. I know a lot of people want to think like they're builds, but I consider them more configurations based on materia, and macro loadout. I'll be going over configurations, my configurations, what I prefer, what I'm using, and if that may or may not apply to players playing that job. Now, disclaimer, you don't have to be set on one specific content creator or ideology of what is an absolute, because there are scenarios that each have validation. Okay, so I'm going to say that. So I'm going to give that with, you know, take it with a grain of salt, that when I give out a configuration, it's what works best for me as a whole. So I'm not going to go ahead and, you know, make any arguments against any content creators who have been covering this game prior to me being introduced to it. I'm not here to, you know, try to tip the boat. If something works for you and you're getting through the content, by all means, continue to do so. You know, I'm just trying to give my experience, what I'm playing with, and how I configure each job. So that'll be going over even, regardless of best in slot. So I'm going to be also disclaiming that you may or may not have best in slot based on each individual player's progression, on where they're at in that progression with that job. However, the configuration remains true due to the material slot in the macro configuration. So that's what I'll be working on in the future. So, and to help players out, regardless if they're running a controller configuration or if they're running a keyboard and mouse configuration or setup. So regardless of their preferred control or how they control their character or interface. And then like HUD layout and stuff, I'll also be going over tutorials of, you know, potential HUD setups, because everybody likes their HUDs different. And I like that this game, you can customize the HUD. You can even customize the HUD on the PS4. So a lot of games you can't do that. Even in MMOs, you can't configure the HUD. Which makes it nice. I'm definitely a person. I used to be a snob. I was a PC snob because of configurations, man. I didn't run, like we were talking about metrics, difference between metrics and parsers. Like, I didn't run metrics. Okay? I ran parsers. And people were to this day get the two confused. I'm like, you don't have a parser, you have a metrics. What's that different? Well, the metrics is limited to you specifically. You can't see anybody else's shit. A parser is literally comparing. That's where parse derives from, is comparison. So you take com off, and then you have parse, comparison, P-A-R-S, parse, comparison. So you're comparing. And when I ran those type of tool sets, what was intricate for me was able to see everybody's rotation. So I ran some pretty nasty third-party add-ons where I could click your name and see your entire rotation. That's a parser. Oh, I don't have that ability, that's right. Where's my macros? I already set up my macros. Where's my macros? Why aren't they on here? God dang it. You hear all that? That's my kids, my grandkids. Everybody's kind of here. Now this is the thing I think most people get kind of, you know, put off about. It is a turn-based game, but they always feel like the combat's slow. And I'm like, you got to get over around your 30s, around this, you'll start seeing a slight improvement. But when you hit around 50, big time difference. Like huge. Like then you know weave in the other GCDs and stuff, and next thing you know, combat. Yeah, we have an auto attack system incorporated. Once again, you know, it is turn-based, but for a turn-based game, I'm kind of happy with how everything's been implemented. I wish I just had an AoE. Like, one of the things that I would say that could be improved upon is giving every class at a certain level that, you know, capability of AoE, you know, single target, you know, things like that. Each kit has the capability, but adjusting the abilities within the kit associated to the level, I think, would have to occur. So just, you know, not saying homogenize it. I'm saying just make it more effective for the content during, not that it stops anybody. It's just, I feel like, you know, if I was in here with, you know, a different class that had AoE capabilities at 23, I wouldn't have to be like just going from single target to single target. Just focus on the boss. Ignore the ads. Controller OP. Controller's really good. I think and that's something else that, I think was kind of an interesting perspective is how a lot of people didn't think, a game like this could be configured for controller. But, surprisingly enough, Square Enix did a hell of a job setting up a controller for this game. I mean, it does take a little while to get used to. It is slightly different. I much prefer keyboard and mouse, but when I'm on my PlayStation, I do grab the controller. But when I'm on my PC, I stay. I don't configure my PC for controller unless I'm playing Black Desert. I do play Black Desert with controller. I much prefer Black Desert with controller. What I'm really happy about is no freaking lag or bugs. Dude's in a teddy bear outfit. What? Is that my tank? It is! My tank's in a teddy bear outfit. What? Where the hell did he get a teddy bear outfit? Look at this! It's a pig! You gotta hit the switches. I thought the tank was getting them, but... Yep. Look at this! Sorry, Caps. And the gold saucer, hell yeah! It's 180,000 MGP. Okay, maybe I'm going the wrong way. If you do the daily mini catch pot, it adds up eventually. Oh, that's cool. That's actually really cool. Please pull that thing away. I'll need for now, because I'm working on my monk too. Okay. Oh shit. Leveled up again. One more level. I think I'll get one more out of this after the last one. It's going to be whatever. Thank you. It's going to be good. Leveled up again. Hell yeah. Gonna give it up to the tank. Tank did a damn good job. Ooh. I think I got better. I want to say for my monk. That level. All right. Okie dee. Now, that's done. I am level 34. Yay! It's a process. I'm not going to lie. Now, what I typically do now is I'll clear and then I'll be looking like at alliance raids, normal raids. Like normal raid needs a healer, so I will go in with the scholar because I'm working on him as well. We're going to come in here. Now we go down to normal raid, and now I can queue that in as a healer. I'll get a nice little bonus XP gain for it. It's kind of cool. It's kind of good. Okay, first thing, I want to go ahead and cast. I'm going to take this food off. I'm going to open up, and I'm going to drink my apple juice. Apple juice is good for you. Okay, everybody's got it. Okay, you'll see everything's kind of tethered to me. It means everything's coming along my way. I'm just going to hug the group and then pull it to the other side. Going to reapply my dots. More dots, more dots, more dots. Good shit. Good shit. Everybody did good. I'm going to give it up to the Astrologian on this one. Okay. I think I'm one level dungeon daily away from 70. Dude, nice. Yeah, the hardest thing was like once you got like once you unlock 70, it was like trying to get everything to do the dailies. That was definitely a little bit of a, you know, because you had to have like your gear score up so high too. And I was like, "Oh man. Oh man." I'm actually going to go do my trial of my healer as my healer too. So because I'm trying to get my scholar and my summoner up. So because when you level a scholar or a summoner. You're leveling both. They both share the same XP bar or progression gain. So by doing that, then I'll have four level 70s at my disposal, and then machinist, and then my astrologian. So we're both casting. We're like, hey man, we got this. No, don't worry about us. I hate this because if it turns at any time and I'm not paying attention, I can get knocked the fuck off. I hate this one really bad. I usually will sit over here on the side somewhere and tell people, please get away from me. Okay, you want to get on, but you do not want to. That's why I always want the DPS to get the fuck away from me. Get back to the edges. Oh shit, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. Oh my god. Actually gonna save that one. Alright, we got it. Overall, hey man, it works. Dragoon's getting it. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Nah. Pass. It's not as good as like the sword and some stuff. Friggin' Titan. I thought Garuda was bad, but no, it's Titan, dude. What's his name? Ramu. Ramu on fucking Extreme. Ramu is like the bitch. Ramu's not so bad on hard mode, but Extreme, oh my god, Ramu is just there's an easy way to do it, but everybody's got to be on it, and it's about the tank switch on Ramu. I mean, just fucking god dang, man. Crazy, 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 boy. It's crazy, I'm telling you. So I'm maxed out. Total this week at 450. Yay. Alright. And I'm about halfway to 66. I still have a couple more things to do, obviously. Like, oh, my alliance raid. I can do that. I need a healer. Yeah. We'll get her. We'll get her in. It's like, hello. I'm gonna get a bunch of little things in, man. Get the alliance raids, all sorts of stuff, man. 65. I don't know if I can hit 66 today on it or not. I don't know. Trying to get everything up to 70 is like right now. I got a lot in my 60s. I have 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters in their 60s still. So by the time I'm done, I'll have 7. And then if I get my Lancer and my other stuff, you know, I should have about 10 to 11 by the time Shadowbringer comes out as far as those, and then my crafting up. So, yeah. I'm on the A team. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Only us old people know what that means. Dun 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 dun. Dun. How old are you? Don't mess with me, fool. Wait for the stack. Now, typically what I like to do, I'll throw out all the damage first. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead, put a shield on my tank, throw the ground shields, throw out a nice little AoE. Heal my tank up. Shield him again. Throw out more dots. More dots. More dots. AoE heal again. Single target heal. Dun 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 dun. I pity the fool. I ain't getting on no plane. Right, dude. Awesome, yes. I ain't getting on no plane. I pity the fool who tries. Quick, tranquilize him now. I already did. I'm gonna kill you fools. Keep away from me. I ain't got it this time. I don't want it. They gave it to me anyways. Oh no. Now I gotta come over and find some iced up people if I can. Keep away from me. Oh yeah, I pity that fool. That boss was getting it. Pass. Pass up on that ass. 'Cause it's such a waste. I don't need that shit up in my face. Dum 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 dum. Can't get that song out of my head. That beat out of my head now. Dun dun dun. Bullshit. Get me the fuck away from that thing. See that? I healed that other friggin' tank. I'm the shit. I love it when the plan comes together. The plan comes together. Damn right. Dum, 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 dum. Maybe I lack imagination. Imagination. Oh, yeah.
OMG, Mystic.
No. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dobby D. Had that stuck in my head for days. Thanks, Mystic. To try this one. I'm blue. Da da dee da. I have a blue cane in a blue robe. You think you know me. It just goes to show. 'Cause I am so blue. I'm blue. Whatever. Everybody's like, he's mad. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Papa Mystic in the house. Don't quest. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy now. Do, 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 do. Cause I'm so blue. What's up? No. They're all gonna die. Don't worry, man. I got you guys. By the way, you can heal other people and other shit. The only thing I gotta watch out for is little circles. And any mechanic that might turn me into some shit. See all that shit over there? That is not my job. No. No, get away from me. Guys are getting me knocked over. I'm out, right? No, get away from me. Oh shit. Yeah. No, I was there. It's a lie. It was a lie! I was behind it! No! Res me, you other healing scum! What? This dude isn't resing me. Oh, I'm gonna remember this. No res for the other healer. What a piece of shit. Oh well. You can't expect everybody to help you out in life. No, no, no. Oh my god. Thanks for the res there, dude. I was on a perfect fucking streak, too. Damn. There is no way. I was behind that rock. I'm friggin' saying I want a mulligan, man. I want a fucking mulligan. Shit. Go. See what happens when healers aren't fucking healing? They're damaging. They were like, what are we supposed to do? Well, now you're dead. Get in that circle. Wasn't that nice of me to res them? God, I am like the nicest guy ever! You bastard. They still died. I'll see if I can get one. Look at me. I'm so freaking nice. What's up? What's up? I'm still saying molly bullshit. I was on behind that fucking ice, man. I'm telling you. It was bullshit. I'm saying bullshit. I was framed. I was framed. Bullshit. Fuck. I was round. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna wrap up the stream. But yeah, not too bad. I'm pretty close. To 66. 66. It's what route we should be on. So I'm close to Route 66. So we're running pretty close. You know, I mean, I did my normal, I got my alliance, I got my travel, I got my leveling. I still have to do my level 50 to 60. I probably will do that on this tune today. And then, of course, these guys reset too. So I have those to do if I want to get more mendacity, but my Genesis is locked for the week. So, nope, wrong tune. Or wrong... Not tune, wrong job. So if I wanted to, for example, we could go in here and I can get those done as well. So yeah, pretty good, man. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. You know, I'm just in here doing what I want to do, having fun. You know, I know a lot of people are like, man, you guys are like ripping through this content. Yeah, but we're prepping, man. We're trying to play catch up, right? We're trying to play catch up. Plenty of time. So whatever. And then especially crafting, that's tedious. That's a lot. But once we get there, it'll be good. And then we'll see. Maybe if I get a little downtime after all my projects, which I doubt I will, maybe I'll go check something else out before the launch of Shadowbringer, but we'll have to see. I want to thank everybody for stopping in. Snoop, thank you for stopping in. Saying Gaming, if you guys don't know him, go check him out. Please spread the love to each other. Once again, I'm also going to give it up to my boy Irish Mage. He has a channel as well. You really need to be checking him out, especially if you just recently got into Final Fantasy XIV or you're a vet. He's been coming out with some pretty good clip videos. I'm really liking his content. And, of course, got my boys. I appreciate it so much. And anybody else who's viewing, thank you. Once again, thank you for the support. I'm Mystic Raven. And thank you to the haters. I'm not going to forget about you guys. Save the best for last. Thank you, haters. Keep doing your thing. Once again, I'm Mystic Raven. This is Mystic's MMOs. And as always, thank you. Have a nice day.